Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine Aravarishthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shraddha Rupena Samsthita Namastasyai Namas. I bow down to that Divine Mother who is in the form of the belief system or the faith in all the living beings. To that Divine Mother, I bow down again and again. Though Master was a very great devotee of Divine Mother, making use of Divine Mother, sometimes he used to make some humors also to teach some great lesson. Now, let us see how Sri Ramakrishna made use of the Divine Mother's image to teach a lesson. You can find this in the Gospel. A judge of the court has come there, he's sitting there. Now, Master could sense he had that vanity that he was a great judge. So now, let us compare ourselves, our position, our money. In the society, we have some ego and vanity. Now, taking the example of this judge, who had little vanity, now Sri Ramakrishna, through his words, he is teaching this lesson. He is asking that sub-judge, let me ask you one thing. Are vanity and egotism the result of knowledge or of ignorance? Egotism is of the nature of tamas. It is begotten by ignorance. On account of the barrier of ego, one does not see God. All troubles come to an end when the ego dies. It is futile to be wealth will last. Now, Master gives this wonderful example. He tells, once a drunkard, completely intoxicated, was looking at the image of Mother Durga. At the sight of her decorations, gold necklace, crown, diamond jewelries, and all the other thing, this drunkard was that high intoxication, looking at all those beautiful decorations, he said, well, Mother Durga, the drunkard, you should imagine how wobbling, and his words are not firm. He's telling Mother Durga, addressing Mother Durga, well, Mother Durga, however you may decorate yourself with all gold and diamond, after 2 or 3 days, these human beings will drag you and throw you into Ganga, then everything will be gone. Master is telling this joke of the drunkard of the Divine Mother. So that is one humor, taking use of the image of Mother Durga. Master taught us how to give up vanity. Another thing, we do Durga Puja, we do all the puja with so much pomp and gaiety and so much of celebration, spending money, decorations, that and this. What is the true intention within has to be noted. Master will bring it out. Let us see what Sri Ramakrishna is telling now in the Gospel. Then Master told, let me tell you a story. A man, a big jamindar, a rich man, landlord, used to celebrate Durga Puja at his house with great pomp. He used to give sacrifice of goats. So many goats were given sacrifice, Bali. From sunrise to sunset, so many goats were sacrificed. Then he used to celebrate the worship of Durga Puja with so much of external ceremonies. He continued the worship for many, many years, and suddenly everything stopped. Why? Now, when such rich people are there, there will be some people behind them, praising them, going behind them, because they will also get some share out of it. They can also enjoy some money, they will get something. So you go and praise that man. It's called in English buttering. So you apply the butter, so nicely you will also get some share. So some people will be running behind such rich people to get some share. Such people now suddenly, when that Durga Puja with so much of ceremonies and everything stopped, goats cutting, and that sacrifice and beautiful non-vegetarian dishes, everything stopped. Now those people, they are going to that rich man, landlord, and telling the sacrifice was not so imposing, no more goats. Then this one person said to him, "How is it, sir, that the sacrifice of so many goats and the ceremonies in your place has become such a tame affair?" Now the rich landlord is telling, he's not bothered about Mother Durga, devotion to Durga, is not bothered about service to the Divine Mother and the devotees, but by the reply you will see, don't you see that rich landlord said, "My teeth are gone now, I cannot digest the goat meat." So he is not doing all these things for serving Mother Durga, but for his selfishness. Eating the goat was his. So we have to analyze, why are we worshipping? Why are we doing all the rituals, Homa, Havan? Is it for show off, to show my money and so much of glamour, or with real devotion? So with the help of these things, Master, with the help of these two humors, he is teaching us. Now, let us go to the Navaratri and now study about the different manifestation of Mother Durga. Yesterday, we saw the meaning of Devi Mahatmyam. Today, we will go to see some aspects of Durga Saptashati, 700 verses of Chandi or Durga Saptashati. The three main aspects of Divine Mother. Every time we tell it after all the songs, and in the end of our prayer, we tell Maha Kali, Maha Lakshmi, Maha Saraswati, Shri Shri Durga Mai Ki Jai. Now we should understand, why are we telling that? So the three main aspects of Divine Mother: Maha Kali, the destructive, retractive power. So here, is it destruction which Shiva or Mother Kali stands for? No. Now, every day you will be so active. The moment you get up, wake up, it is your birth for that day. All the activity is preservation and maintenance of Lord Vishnu. Then in the night you are tired. Can you go on working the whole night? No, you want rest. So you withdraw, retract. So that is pralaya. That is not destruction. Dissolving back to your state to give rest. That is what Lord Shiva does. That is what Divine Mother, through her power of tamas, gives us rest. So now the destructive, retractive power, the Divine Mother Mahakali. Then Mahalakshmi, the power that preserves, sustains. Just like the manager, he goes on taking care of the ashram or his estate or his company. So you have to take care. That is maintenance. That is Mahalakshmi, the power that preserves, sustains. Then Maha Saraswati, the creative, illuminating power. Now all these together are called Durga. Since this text, Chandi or Durga Saptashati, comprises of 700 verses or mantras or chants that glorify these three aspects of the Divine Mother, it is called Durga Saptashati. What is Sapta? 7. Shata, 100. So 700 verses that glorify the Divine Mother Durga in her aspect as Kali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati is Durga Saptashati, or merely Saptashati. It is also commonly known as Chandi. Why is this Divine Mother called as Chandi? Because in all her 3 aspects, her love for the righteous, the good, in her terrible form, people get afraid. When I sent some of the videos of Divine Mother Kali, some people were afraid of it, looking at that terrible form. They told, even as we Hindus, we are afraid of that. Why should you be afraid when you have fear? That fear is only for the Divine Mother takes that terrible form only for the demoniacal natured people. Only for the asuras, the rakshasas. For the good, though that terrible form, that Chandi, that fierce form, she has taken. Why has she taken? Her love, the Divine Mother's love for the righteous, for the good, dutiful, and the love-filled, compassionate living beings, we, the human beings, the devotees. The Mother is seen to be taking terrible form to destroy the evil, the demoniacal. She has to destroy the evil and protect us, trying to overpower and conquer the demons, only to protect us. And the word Chandi means the terrible. Now, how can we explain that in English? The benevolent has become malevolent to maintain law and order, harmony and peace. In and through this battle, she is joyfully radiating the light of the resplendent regeneration. Now, another example, lions and lionesses. The lions and the lionesses, the claws and their fangs and the teeth, only the other animals have to fear. But the cubs, the lion cubs, the same fangs, the same tooth is used very gently to pick up its child and take it to safer places. So for the bad, for the cruel, for the demons, the terrible form. But why did she take the terrible form? To protect you, good people, if you are good only. That should be noted. If you have demoniacal nature, then only you have to fear. So now, lioness is a terrible animal for all other animals, including human beings. But for her own cubs, she is ever a loving mother. So do her devotees and the small letter gods, Devatas like Indra, Chandra, Vayu, Varuna, Brahma, relish. We can all relish her terrible form, just like the cub relishes the terrible teeth and fangs of its mother lioness, isn't it? Like that, we all can relish the terrible form of the Divine Mother, as well as the benevolent form of the loving Mother. Now you have come to know why the Divine Mother has taken the terrible form, Chandi, Chamundi. In Durga Saptashati, there are 3 sections dedicated to the sportive revelries, charitra of the above 3 aspects of the Divine Mother, assuring the devotees of protection from all dangers and evils and bestowing that which is auspicious and boons. The first charitra or section dedicated to Mother Kali, Mahakali, is indicative of we living beings released from our tamasic tendencies. So, reading, chanting the first chapter, understanding the meaning, worshipping Mahakali, we can overcome our tamasic tendency. In the first day itself, yesterday I gave you the description of what is tamas. If you go back on our YouTube channel, it is all there. I cannot go back again because I have too short time. So now, tamasic tendencies to overcome that. The second Charitra section, chapter dedicated to Mahalakshmi, is indicative of the living beings released from Rajasic tendencies. And the third Charitra section, dedicated to Mahasaraswati, is indicative of release of jivas from sattvic tendencies. Now you may doubt, okay, we can give up tamasic tendencies, but we want rajasic tendencies, we want sattvic tendencies, at least, okay, we can give up rajasic also. But how can we give up sattvic tendencies? So that doubt may come to you. So let us see, with the help of teachings of Sri Ramakrishna, we will understand that sattva, rajas and tamas are three constituents of nature, prakriti. We are also made out of combination of these three. All perceptions through senses, cognition through mind, and knowledge through intellect, and awareness are products of sattva. I'll again go through that. All perceptions through our senses, cognition through our mind, and knowledge through intellect, and the awareness are products of sattva. Sattva is also can be indicated with light, brightness. Activities, desires, and ambitions are products of rajas. And the momentum of the past tendencies, it is called vasana. Momentum of the past tendencies is called vasanas, that binds the soul. Raga, that is attachment, dvesha, hatred, violent passions, lethargy, procrastination, excessive sleep, matter and material aspect, lack of spiritual awareness, resistance to higher life, and strong ego are products of tamas. These three binding forces in human beings, the tamas, the rajas, and the sattva, they bind us to this world, which will not allow to understand, to realize the truth, our divinity, which is within us. It is covering it. Now these three, tamas, rajas, and sattva, which functions in various ways and forms, are indicated by the asuras, the demons like Madhu, Kaitaba, Mahishasura, Raktabijasura. So they are all the different forms of these qualities. You all are very favorites of Ramayana. You know Ramayana very well. One Rishi and a demon mother had 3 children from the same family, same father and mother. One represented sattva, another represented rajas, another represented tamas. Anybody can mention who is that in Ramayana? Ravana. He represented same family, rajas. Kumbhakarna. So if somebody is too much sleeping, they will tell he is Kumbhakarning. So you can add ing. Kumbhakarning means he is sleeping nicely. He is a lethargic person. So tamas. Then sattva is Vibhishana. Vidura was also in Mahabharata, but he too represented sattva. Now here it is Vibhishana. So you can see the same family, same parents, but by praying to these 3 different aspects of Divine Mother, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, we can overcome those tendencies and reach our own divinity, which is within us. Now, to understand why should we give up sattva or even rajas, now Master will take us through one beautiful example and then explain it to us. It is in the Gospel. Now you should know in Bhagavad Gita, the 14th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita is Gunatraya Vibhaga, the division of 3 qualities. Gunatraya Vibhaga in Bhagavad Gita. So now which deals with 3 gunas in detail, and in the 27 verses. The gunas are inherent traits which form the distinctive makeup of every individual. They are 3 in number. The first is sattva, which reflects purity and goodness, such as kindness, compassion, and charity. The second is rajas, which reflects incessant, relentless activity devoid of rest and relaxation. The third is tamas, which reflects laziness, inertia, excessive sleep, idleness, ego, etc. Now, how Sri Ramakrishna explains this, the whole of this Bhagavad Gita Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga, he summarizes with one story. One of the traits of tamas, not ordinarily emphasized, is pramada. What is pramada? Which is acting on impulse without any thought of consequence. You will do something. You will not bother what is going to happen next. That is called pramada. What is that? That is the trait, another great trait of tamas, not ordinarily emphasized. Pramada, which is acting on impulse without any thought of consequence. This recklessness or heedlessness is clearly pointed out in the Bhagavad Gita, that chapter. All human beings are constituted by these three guna, mixed up in different degrees in various combinations. Now, let us say Sri Ramakrishna has dealt with this concept of the three gunas in his inimitable manner, summarizing the whole Bhagavad Gita chapter as a story of the three robbers, which follows as this. Now there was a merchant with some valuables traveling alone, had to pass through a forest to his home city. He was waylaid by three robbers who took away all his possessions. Then the first robber said, "Let us kill him. He may report to the police and we may be caught. So let us kill him." But the second told, "Why to kill? Let us not kill him. We'll tie him to the tree. Then let us not worry about him. We will bind him to the tree. Let us go away. We shall not kill him." The second robber argued, "Why incur the sin of killing him? Let us tie him up firmly to the tree." Then the second robber's advice was followed, and they went away, leaving him to his fate. After some time, the third robber returned, unbound him, and took him to the edge of the forest along a road leading to the city, which could be seen at a distance. Now, seeing his kindness, the merchant thanked that third robber profusely for his kindness and earnestly requested him to accompany him so that he could suitably reward him on reaching home. However, the third robber said, "I cannot come to the city, as I will be recognized as a robber by the policeman." Now, Sri Ramakrishna himself offers the explanation for this story. The first robber was tamas, showing the quality of pramada, acting on impulse. The second robber was rajas, exhibiting the quality of binding to the pleasures of this sensory world, to this world. The third robber was sattva, who showed the qualities of kindness and compassion. Nevertheless, he was still a robber, illustrating even sattva binds us to this world, our good actions, punya, to go to heaven. So it will bind us, it will not allow us to realize our true nature. So we have to go even beyond sattva. So that is the essence of the theme of the Gita chapter. In order to achieve spiritual liberation, mukti, enlightenment, one has to transcend the guna of sattva also and become trigunatita, go beyond all the gunas, be established in sattva without ego, ahankara. One must be constant in purity, virtue and goodness, but not be conscious of one's sattvic activities. So that is how now we can understand our mother helps us to overcome in these three forms, sattva, rajas and tamas, even go beyond sattva, so that we can realize our true nature, that is, we are children of immortality, we are the Parabrahman ourselves. Now, lastly, with one beautiful experience of Ramakrishna, I will end my talk. And what is that beautiful experience? We all know Sri Ramakrishna had gone to Varanasi, Kashi, and to other many pilgrimages too. He had so many experiences there. On special purpose, he came back to Kashi. What happened there in Kashi or Varanasi? Why did he come back? He came back because during Deepavali in Kashi, the Divine Mother Annapurneshwari, that golden image of that mother, is kept for darshan only during Deepavali. Just to have the vision of this beautiful mother Annapurneshwari, Master came back from Vrindavan. The Master now came back. He lived in Kashi again for a few days. The nation, he saw the golden image of Sri Annapurna, and he was besides himself with love and devotion and joy. Then Swami Sharadanandaji Maharaj, that is Sharat Chandra Chakravarti, who was the direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, who has written the life, great master. He explains why did he see this Annapurna. Here in Kashi, Annapurneshwari, the divine mother, the same Durga, has taken the form of Annapurneshwari. What is she doing? Here, Annapurna, the Shakti, the power of Lord Shiva, Vishveshwara, herself presides, nourishing both the gross and the subtle bodies of the living beings by distribution of their spiritual being, by imparting the knowledge, gnana, of the oneness with the Lord, and making salvation, that is eternal freedom, mukti, easy for us to attain. It is therefore no wonder that poised in the plane of Bhavamukha, the master could see the holy city of Shiva, that is Kashi, as a golden consolidation. Kashi means city of lights. Why city of light? Why city of gold? Because spirituality is condensed. Now, Master, just like in the Kashi, he was going in the boat on Ganga, he was watching the Manikarnika god, because there is a belief people go there and die in Kashi, because whoever dies, give up his body in Kashi, he gets permanent mukti, no more rebirth. That's why they go to die there. They spend a lot of money, stay there, and they want to die. Even if the body is burned there, they get liberation. So the Mahasmashana, Manikarnika, and so many gods are there. Always the bodies will be being burnt. Master was going, seeing all the temples on the Ganga on a boat. Then he had a beautiful vision. He went to deep samadhi. And afterwards, he explains what happened. What did he see? What was that beautiful vision? The master then described his wonderful vision to Mathur and others. He said, I saw a tall, white person with tawny matted hair. After this arati, we'll be doing Karpura Gauram Karudavataram. It is not arati meant to be sung during Karpura burning, but it is a stotra for Lord Shiva. Karpura Gauram means he's having the body complexion white like that of Karpura, camphor, Shiva. And Master Ramakrishna is having the vision of Lord Shiva there, walking among the pyre. His body is like that of camphor. See, he's explaining, Master is telling, I saw a tall, white person with tawny, reddish matted hair, locked hairs, jata juta, tawny matted hairs, walking with solemn steps. White person with tawny matted hairs, walking with solemn steps. To each pyre, the body which is being burned in that cremation ground, in the burning ghat, raising carefully every living being which is being burnt there. The Lord Shiva is raising them carefully, every jiva, and imparting into his ears. Just like the mantra diksha, Guru is giving the mantra diksha, the Mahaguru Shiva is giving the Brahma Taraka mantra, mantra of Supreme Brahman, into the ear of that living being. On the what is happening now? We are talking about the glory of Divine Mother. Yeah, Master is also seeing on the other side of the pyre, the all-powerful, ordinary, Sarva Shakti Samanvite, all-powerful Mahakali was untying All the knots of bondages which is binding us to this world, untying all the knots of bondages, gross, subtle, and causal of the living beings produced by our karmas, our past impressions, and sending them to the indivisible sphere by opening with our own hands the door to liberation. So surrender at the feet of Mother. She has the lock and key to the doors of liberation. In the Annapurna Stotra, Shankaracharya, he sings, Mokshadvara kapata patana kari. She has the lock and key for liberation. Do you want liberation? Eternal freedom? Realization of God? Surrender at the feet of Divine Mother. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.